Hello everyone, my name is Partho Haldar, an aspiring data analyst. So today I'll be presenting a Power BI project of AtliQ hardware. It's called Business Insights 360. So let's discuss further. So this is our main agenda of today, what all we will be discussing for this project. So firstly, we will be discussing about the company overview, then we will be discussing about the business model, then we will be discussing about the problem statement, then goals and objective, then dashboards, and at the last, insights and recommendation. So starting with the company overview, AtliQ Hardware is a leading global consumer electronic brand specializing in a wide range of hardware products including PCs, mouse, keyboards, printers, and more stuff. With a strong presence in multiple countries, they continuously innovate to bring cutting-edge technology into homes and workspaces all worldwide. So this is the business model of AtliQ Hardware. So basically, they sell their products to three main channels, which is retailer, direct, and distributor. In the retailer, they sell their products to Chroma, Amazon, and they have their direct channel as well, which is AtliQ eStore and AtliQ Exclusive. And due to some government regularization, some countries like in China or Korea, they cannot sell their product directly to any retailer or any direct distributor. So they follow a distributor called Neptune, and after that, Neptune also, bifurcates the product to the consumer. So this is the problem statement which we will be discussing about. The company, the AtliQ Hardware, suffered financial losses due to the opening of a store in Latin America without sufficient information. Recognizing the need to compare their competitors who use the data for decision making, Atlic understands the importance of having data-minded individual in their team. So they set up the data analyst team for that, and they aim to leverage data to make smarter choices and ensure their survival in the industry. So this is the goals and objective. So mainly the company aims to look at the data from a different department to make important metrics and visuals. Okay. So, and the goal is to use data to make smarter choices, help the current product so that they can open new stores in the upcoming quarters. So now comes to the dashboard part. After the meeting with the product owner and the stakeholders, they come to a conclusion that they want five dashboards called finance view, sales view, marketing view, supply chain view, and executive view. So the finance view provides a comprehensive analysis of the financial performance, including revenue, expenses, and profitability trends. Same as sales view, like offers insights into sales performance, key products, region, customer segments. The marketing view also tracks the key metrics report of any particular product, how everything is going, what are the profits and losses. So, and supply chain view highlights inventory levels, order fulfillment rates, and supplier performance for the operational efficiency. And the last, executive view for the top management people. So they summarize high level KPIs and strategic matters for quick decision making for the leadership or for the company. Okay. And before jumping into the main dashboard, I want to discuss some important terms which has been used in this project, the calculations, which is firstly net invoice sales, which is nothing but gross price minus pre-invoice deduction. The net sales equal to net invoice sales minus post-invoice deduction. Gross margin equal to net sales minus COGS, cost of goods sold. The net profit, which is gross margin minus operational expenses. Net error, forecast quantity minus actual quantity. So the forecast quantity and the net error, let me tell you a little bit about those as well. So for example, suppose Atliq sells 1,000 units of any particular product. So if they manufacture 1,000 and they end up selling 900, so there is a gap of plus 100. So it's a stage of excess inventory. And for example, if they produce 1,000 units and they sales 1,100, so there is a situation of minus 100. So it's a position of out of stock. Okay. And ABS error is nothing but absolute error, which is net error of absolute ABS of net error. And forecast accuracy is 1 minus absolute error percentage. And let me discuss about the data model which I used for this project, which is Snowflake schema. As you can see, all the main fact tables are in the center and surrounding by the dim tables or the dimension tables and further surrounded by another dimension tables. So this is why I use this Snowflake schema data model. And before beginning with the project, I want to discuss about one more point, which is the financial quarter. So for the AtliQ hardware, their financial quarter starts from September to next year, August. So yeah, so this is how the dashboard look like, the intro page where you can see the info, the finance view, the sales view, the marketing view, the supply chain view, executive view, and support. And I have elaborated a little bit also about those dashboards as well, or the pages. So let's start with the finance view then. And before starting, I want to tell you that all the values are in dollars and millions. And the sales data which has been used for this project is until December 21, 2022. Okay. So yeah, let's get started with the finance view. So as you can see, this is how the finance view dashboard looks like. So I want to start firstly with the slicers and the filters. In the top, as you can see, there is a slicer for region and market. So these are the region, and if we click down further, so these are the markets. Okay, and this is the customer, which is the companies or the customers for AtliQ. And this is another filter for the segment, category, and product. So segment, for example, desktop, then their category business laptop, personal desktop. So if you further bifurcate, so there is multiple products under business laptop or the personal desktop. So these are the filters. And if we move aside, so this is the year filter, which is 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 estimated. Because as I told you earlier, the sales data which I use is until December. So there is an estimation. And I have also used another filter for the quarters. So quarter one, two, three, four. So and YTD and YTG is nothing but year till date and year to go. Okay. And lastly, I have used a filter for the benchmark, which is versus last year and the versus target. We have the target data for 2022. So yeah, and let's start with the KPIs first. I have made the three major KPIs, which is net sales, gross margin percentage, and net profit percentage. And below that, I have made a P&L statement, a table, then a line chart, and another two tables for the region and segment-wise P&L values and P&L changes percentage for this segment, and this as well. Okay. So if, for example, I choose the APEC region for India, so now as you can see, the chart is dynamically changing. Okay, and we can also clear those all filters by clicking this button. So this dashboard is dynamically changing. So as you can see, there is the net sales, gross sales, and everything has been mentioned here. And in the line chart, as you can see, there is selection. I mean, the current year which you will select, it will show a selection, and the BM is nothing but benchmark, which is selecting is currently last year. And if you click versus target, so the KPIs will change according to the target. For example, the target which has been set for 2022 and the target which has been reached until now. So for example, let's see. So AtliQ's target for 2022 was 977 million approximately. So they have chased till date 945 million. Okay, so there is a negative impact, and which I also highlighted through red color because they haven't achieved the fully target yet. And the gross margin wise, they have exceeded their gross margin rather than their target, and the net profit also. Okay, so if I again changes it to the last year, so as you can see, the filters are dynamically changing. Okay, 37, 42%, 0.24%. So this is about the this dashboard. So this is the sales view where I have made two tables for customer performance and product performance and scatter plot chart for the performance metrics, two donut charts for unit economics. So starting with the customer performance, as you can see, I have mentioned three segments, which is net sales, gross margin, and gross margin percentage. And if you click on the net sales of any customer, you can see I have used the tooltip to show the net sales and the gross margin percentage of that particular customer. So for example, if we see for Amazon, Amazon has performed like this in terms of net sales and gross margin percentage. So further, then product performance wise, I have mentioned the segments as notebook, peripherals, desktop, and everything. So if you further dig down, for example, a note in notebook segment, gaming laptop has done well. Okay, so and in the same way, in the performance metrics, I have mentioned two regions over here, which is APAC and EU, and I have also used one GM variance slicer as well for the for the detailed information in according to any particular percentage. So as you can see in Uni-Eero or Synthetic or Novus, they are doing absolutely fantastic in terms of net sales. But in terms of gross margin percentage, see, Logic Stores is doing like this. I have also mentioned the tooltip over here, which you can see if you access the dashboard. Okay. And in the unique economics part, I have mentioned two donut charts. Firstly, so this part is basically net sales, which is in the green part, and total post-invoice deduction and pre-invoice deduction. So if you see, so total post-invoice deduction and pre-invoice deduction acquires almost 50%, and the rest 50% is net sales. Okay, which is the further part. So as you can see here, gross margin is here only 38%, and total COGS, which is cost of goods sold, is 61.92%, which is more than gross margin. I will tell you the reason after a few time. Okay. So yeah, let's jump into the next dashboard, which is the marketing view. So this is the marketing view dashboard where you can see I have mentioned the scatter plot chart and two tables and one donut chart and one another chart. As you can see here for the marketing team, they can see the product performance segment wise, category wise, and product wise. So segment wise, peripherals, desktop, notebook, gaming, and everything, graphic card, which gaming laptop is doing how much performance, net in terms of net sales, gross margin percentage, GM percentage, then net profit and net profit percentage. Okay. And in the below table, as you can see, this is highlighting the region, market, and customer performance. So region wise, for example, APAC, then accessories, how they are performing. So in APAC region, currently in terms of net sales, giving the highest revenue. Okay. So in the performance metrics also, I have also further dig it down to the segment and products as well. And as you can see, here is the one toggle I have added for the GM percentage. So if you click this, it will show you the gross margin percentage, and you again click this, it will show you the net sales or the net profit percentage. Okay. And yeah, as I was saying in the last view or the last dashboard, the reason of the gross margin is lower than the COGS or the total cost of goods sold. The reason behind, as AtliQ is emerging currently in the market, so they are fully focusing on their advertisement and operational costs, so that they are not focusing on the gross margin or profit that much, because they need to hold a grasp in the market at first, right? Then also they can individually or reduce their operational cost, and they increase their profit. So as you can see here, this chart explains the same, which is gross margin. This is the operational expenses, which is greater than gross margin. And after all, the net profit is in minus. Okay. So this is all about the marketing view. So this is a supply chain view for the supply chain team. And as you can see, I have mentioned three KPIs, which is forecast accuracy, the net error, and the absolute error. And I have also mentioned a table for the key metrics by the customer, and line chart for the accuracy or net error trend. So for example, let me tell you, see, as you can see here, the data is showing till December. Okay, the net error. Why there is no data further? The reason behind is very simple. As I told you earlier, the data is until December 2022. So no one cannot predict how much they will sell or something, so it's a prediction wise. So this is the thing. Okay. And if we see around 2021, so this is how the chart is looking, and the dashboard is dynamically changing. As you can see, in terms of forecast accuracy wise, they did good in last year in terms of the current year, which is selected, which is 2021. So net error wise, they are doing good, but absolute error wise, they are not doing that good. Absolute error wise. Okay. So this is the part of supply chain. And as you can see, I have mentioned the forecast accuracy percentage last year, the net error percentage, and the risk. So if I tell you in detail, so for example, Amazon's forecast accuracy is 79.49%. Okay. In terms of this year, in 2021, their accuracy was 80%. So net error is currently 46,000, 4 lakh 64,694. So they are in doing minus. So OOS stands for out of stock. So they are in a stage of out of stock. Okay. And if I tell you regarding by product, by segment wise in networking, the forecast accuracy was almost 100, which is near about 97.32%. The last year's 91.83%. The net error is minus 12,967. The net error percentage is minus 1.69%, which results out of stock stage. Okay. So if I tell you a little further, for example, let's click Amazon. See, as you can see, the Amazon performance is this, and the line chart is showing this. So this is how this dashboard is dynamically changing when you select a particular filter or any slicer. Okay, so let's jump into the last view, which is executive view for the top level management people to make the key decisions for this project. Okay, so that you know how can they be benefited out of these. So yeah, as you can see, I have mentioned four important KPIs over here as well, which is net sales, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, and forecast accuracy. Okay. I have also mentioned a table for by subzone, the key insights, which is, for example, let's say India. How India is doing. India is doing in terms of sales 945 million sales. Their revenue contribution, RC percentage is revenue contribution percentage. Okay. As you can see in the below, I have also mentioned the abbreviations as well, which is BM equal to benchmark, LY equal to last year, EI equal to excess inventory, OOS equal to out of stock. So RC percentage, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, AtliQ MS, which is market share, because we are highlighting the AtliQ's performance. This is our main agenda. Okay, so that is why I have mentioned a separate column for the AtliQ market share, the net error percentage, and the risk. Okay, and as you can see here, I have mentioned two donut charts as well, which firstly represent the revenue by division. As we can see here, PC is the leading division by revenue, which is giving around 61.33% revenue in total. And by channel, if we talk about, then we can see retailer wise, we are getting the majority of the revenue, which is 72.97, near about 73%. Okay. And if we can see the market share trend of the AtliQ and their competitors as well, if we can see here, AtliQ is growing slowly and steadily, and by the end of estimated 2022, they have already gained 5.9% of the market share already. So that's a good sign. Year by year, they are doing growth for their company. And this chart which we can see here is yearly trend by revenue, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, and PC market share. Okay, as we can see, the AtliQ market share is growing, but the thing is, one thing to notice about their net profit percentage is decreasing, but it will not affect that much in the beginning stage because they are at the beginning stage, they are growing rapidly now. So they are, as I told you earlier, they are giving more expense to the operation or the cost of goods sold. So that is why this might be a reason. And as you can see here, I have mentioned top five customer by revenue and top five products by revenue. So their top five performing customers are Amazon, AtliQ eStore, AtliQ Exclusive, Flipkart, Sage, and the products, the top five products are, these are the five products. Okay. So yeah, this is all about the supply chain dashboard. Okay. So if we further go down in the home option, so yeah, as you can see, I have also mentioned a support link, which you will click and go to this page. Or if you have any issues, you can raise a ticket, provide feedback if you're new to Power BI or something. So this is the page for you. And if we further dig down into info, so this is the thing which is a general info which a user should read before they jump into the dashboard. Firstly, basically, all the system data is refreshing around 5th of every month, the starting 5th date of every month. Okay, so this is the project itself. So if we now come into the insights, so what insights we have drawn from this project. So let's discuss about the insights. So firstly, AtliQ Hardware faces financial challenges due to high expense on their discounts and operation, which I mentioned earlier, it leading to overall losses. And Amazon is the vital contributor, underscoring, the need for a strong partnership and a product called AQ Home Allen 1 Gen 2 Excel, and which suggesting growth opportunities. And next insight will be USA segment reporting losses. So require detailed investigation for strategic decision. So they should focus more on the USS segment. And the last but not the least, AtliQ Hardware's market share increases from 1.1% to 5.9%, as I told you in the market share chart, which signals a positive market transaction. Okay, so now let's discuss about the recommendation. So my first recommendation will be they should evaluate and optimize their discounting strategy so that it will help them to reduce the cost of the product. Amazon and the product called AQ Home Allen 1 Gen 2 is doing great job for AtliQ. So they should apply the same marketing campaign to the other products also so that it will help them to increase the product line. And I would suggest that they should investigate each area where they are facing losses. Maybe, if they are stuck in any region or they are facing losses in any particular region or country, they should get in a meeting with the region head or any country head. So discuss it further why it is. See, the basic reason for making those dashboard or this report is to ask as many whys possible, because this is the main purpose of making those dashboards so that you can ask more why this is happening, why this happened, why it is not showing, why the sales are down, why we have not met our targets and everything, etc. Okay, so last but not the least, so they should continuously monitor their financial performance to keep a hold of it. Okay, so yeah. So this comes to an end, everyone. Thanks for watching my presentation. So if you want to connect with me, the links are given below, my LinkedIn ID and my official email ID as well. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day ahead. Bye.